Welcome to the Psalms Compressed. Today we will look into Psalm 28. This psalm is a powerful prayer for deliverance and trust in God's justice. It begins with David crying out to God for mercy, recognizing that his only hope lies in the Lord's intervention. This psalm reflects a deep trust in God's faithfulness. Still, it also acknowledges the reality of human suffering and injustice, like so many of the other psalms I would like to add. David first pleads to God to hear his cry, contrasting his relationship with the wicked, who have no regard for God's ways. His appeal is not just for personal salvation, but for God's justice to prevail over the evil that surrounds him. And it starts, "To you, O Lord, I call. My rock, do not refuse to hear me. For if you are silenced to me, I shall be like those who go down to the pit." He has this conversation with God. Do not refuse to hear me. It's like he's almost threatening God. For if you are silent, well, then you will see. It is perhaps a rather remarkable way to pray, but it's also, in a way, very uplifting. And in verses 3 and 5, he makes it clear that the wicked who speak peace but plot evil will receive their due. And it says, "Do not drag me away with the wicked, with those who are workers of evil, who speak peace with their neighbors while mischief is in their hearts. Repay them according to their work and according to the evil of their deeds. Repay them according to the work of their hands. Render them their due reward, because they do not regard the works of the Lord or the works of his hands. He will break them down and build them up no more." There is a righteous anger in David's words as he calls for the Lord's punishment upon those who refuse to follow his ways. But the psalm takes a turn in verses 6 to 9, where David shifts from pleading for justice to praising God for his answer. It says, "Blessed be the Lord, for he has heard the sound of my pleadings. The Lord is my strength and my shield. In him my heart trusts. So I am helped, and my heart exults, and with my song I give thanks to him. The Lord is the strength of his people. He is the saving refuge of his anointed. O save your people and bless your heritage. Be their shepherd and carry them forever." David, he declares his trust in God's ability to rescue them, affirming that the Lord is his strength. It is his shield and the source of his salvation. The psalm ends with a prayer for the people of Israel, asking God to bless and guide them. In this psalm, Psalm 28, we find, I would like to say, a very honest expression of faith in the midst of deep trouble. An honest impression indeed. Are we this honest to God and to ourselves? Do we approach God in this open and very honest way? Or do we hide behind the correct approach we have been taught since childhood? David's lament, it is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to his dependence on God. When facing this injustice, David doesn't turn to self-reliance or vengeance. Instead, he lays everything before God and trusts in his perfect justice. I think we can take away from this psalm that we can all face difficulties whether they are personal struggles or encounter with evil. And then we can always bring this burden before God. And like David, we can cry out to him in prayer, knowing that he hears us and that he will ultimately act in justice and in mercy. So we can and we should, like David, place our trust in God's protection and in his deliverance, and finding this peace in the assurance that he is our strength, he is our shield and our salvation. Amen.